My girlfriend texted, "I'm moving out to focus on myself. Keep the ring, I don't deserve it." I replied, "Smart decision." Then I sold the $12,000 engagement ring and used the money for a guy's trip to Vegas. 48 hours later, she was sobbing at my door, realizing I'd taken her seriously. I'm 34, male. Derek, still trying to process what just happened, but honestly feeling pretty clear-headed about it all. Yesterday around 2 p.m. I was finishing up some work from home when my phone buzzed. Text from Cassie, my girlfriend of 4 years who I proposed to 6 months ago. The message read, "Derek, I need space to find myself as an artist. I'm moving out to focus on my creative journey. Keep the ring, I don't deserve it, after putting my dreams on hold for this relationship." I read it twice, then a third time. 4 years together. Living in my house for the past 2 years. Ring cost me 12 grand. Wedding planning in full swing with deposits already down. My immediate reaction wasn't anger or panic. Just this weird, cold clarity. She'd been talking about artistic fulfillment and hanging around this pretentious art collective downtown for months. Always coming home late from creative sessions and gallery openings. Found receipts for expensive art supplies she couldn't afford on her part-time marketing assistant salary. I knew what this was really about. My reply? Smart decision. Then I blocked her number. Next move was practical. Called my jeweler first. "Marcus, it's Derek. That engagement ring I bought 6 months ago. The 2-carat princess cut. Can you buy it back?" He paused. "Everything okay, man?" Wedding's off. She decided to focus on her art instead. "Damn, yeah, I can take it back. Market value right now, considering the setting and stone quality, about $9,800. You paid retail at $12. I'll take it. Can you pick it up today?" "Sure thing. Sorry this happened." 2 hours later, Marcus was at my door. I handed over the ring. He handed over a certified check for $9,800. Done. By 6 p.m. I was on a group text with my 3 closest college buddies. "Vegas, this weekend, who's in?" Within an hour I had confirmations. Flights booked, suite reserved at a nice hotel off the strip. The ring money easily covered flights, hotel, meals, and a weekend of entertainment for 4 guys. Cassie's stuff was still scattered around my house. Her easel in the spare room, canvases stacked everywhere, art supplies taking up half the garage. I didn't touch any of it. Let her figure out her exit strategy. Now I'm at the airport, waiting for my flight. Haven't heard a peep from her since the text. Radio silence. Guess she's focusing on her art. Update 1. 1 week later, back from Vegas. Thanks for all the comments and messages. Good to know I'm not insane for taking her at face value. Trip was exactly what I needed. 4 guys, good times, 0 drama. We hit some tables, caught a show, ate well. The ring money covered everything with about 2 grand left over. Didn't think about Cassie much until I got back Sunday night. Monday morning around 10 a.m., there's pounding on my front door. I look through the window and there's Cassie with 2 suitcases, looking rough. Hair unwashed, clothes wrinkled, clearly hadn't slept well. I opened the door. "Derek." She looked relieved. "Thank God you're here. My key isn't working. I changed the locks." Her face fell. "What? Why would you do that?" "You moved out. You said so in your text." "I didn't mean permanently. I thought I'd be back in a few days. I just needed to clear my head." I leaned against the doorframe. "Where have you been?" She looked away. "Staying with some people from the art collective." "Which people? Does it matter?" "The point is I'm back now. We can work this out." "Actually, it does matter. Whose couch were you crashing on, Cassie?" Long pause. "Trevor's place. He has a studio space and said I could stay there while I figured things out." Trevor, the guy who ran the art collective, married guy in his 40s who'd been way too interested in Cassie's artistic development. And how did that work out? His wife came back early from visiting her sister. There was a misunderstanding. She got upset and I had to leave. A misunderstanding. It wasn't what it looked like. We were just talking about art and technique. She overreacted. Right? Art and technique at 2 a.m. in his studio. So now you're back because Trevor's wife cock-blocked your artistic journey. Don't be crude. I came back because I realized I made a mistake. I love you, Derek. We can get past this. Where's the ring? She touched her bare finger. You said keep it. I thought that meant you were giving it to me. I sold it. The color drained from her face. You what? You said you didn't deserve it. You were right. got $9,800 for it, paid for a great weekend in Vegas. The waterworks started then, full breakdown. Derek, please, we can get another ring. I'll get a real job. I'll pay you back. With what money? You quit your marketing job 2 months ago to focus on art full-time. I'll figure it out. Please, I need to get my things. Your stuff is still here. You can collect it this weekend. Bring a truck. Can I just move back in? We were engaged. We're being the key word. You ended that via text message. I closed the door and went back to my coffee. She pounded on it for another 10 minutes before giving up. That was Monday. It's now Friday, and the circus has been entertaining. Update 2. 3 weeks later. The past couple weeks have been a lesson in escalating desperation. First came the family intervention. Cassie's mom, Patricia, called Wednesday after the door incident. Derek, I'm very concerned. Cassie says you threw her out and sold her engagement ring out of spite. Patricia. She texted me she was moving out to focus on her art. I respected her decision. The ring was legally mine until we married. But she's staying in cheap motels now. She has nowhere to go. That's unfortunate. She created the situation when she decided to shack up with Trevor. Silence. What do you mean, Trevor? Apparently Cassie hadn't mentioned that part to Mom. Ask your daughter where she's been staying and why Trevor's wife kicked her out. Patricia hung up. The collection attempt happened Saturday as scheduled. Cassie showed up with her sister Emma and a U-Haul truck. I had everything packed and ready by the front door. It took me 3 hours Friday night, but I wanted this done clean. Everything's here, I said. Easel, canvases, all the art supplies, clothes, books, everything. Emma was shooting me dirty looks while they loaded. Cassie kept trying to start conversations. Derek, that painting of the sunset, I made that for us. Can I leave it here? Nope, it's your art. Take it with you. What about the coffee maker? We bought that together. I have the receipt, my credit card, it stays. This went on for 2 hours. Every shared item became a negotiation attempt. I had receipts or credit card statements for anything significant. What I couldn't prove, I let her take just to end the discussion. Finally, they finished loading. As they were getting ready to leave, Cassie tried one last appeal. Derek, I know I hurt you, but 4 years means something. Can't we at least be friends? Friends don't abandon each other via text for married art teachers. Emma spoke up. She made a mistake. People make mistakes. Yep. And people live with the consequences of their mistakes. Goodbye, Cassie. They drove off. I changed my locks again that night just to be sure. Heard through a mutual friend last week that Trevor's wife filed for divorce. Apparently this wasn't his first artistic mentorship with young women. Cassie wasn't special, just the latest in a pattern. Final update. 2 months later, time to wrap this up. It's been about 10 weeks since Cassie's artistic awakening text. The harassment stopped completely after the pickup. No more calls, no legal threats, no family interventions. I think reality finally hit when she had to find storage for all that art equipment and figure out how to pay for it. Found out through our mutual friend Sarah what happened next. Cassie burned through her savings on motels and storage fees within 3 weeks. Had to move back in with Patricia 2 hours away. Trevor's divorce went through fast. His wife had apparently been documenting his affairs for months, just waiting for the right moment. Cassie was the final straw, but not the only evidence. The art collective shut down after Trevor left town. Turns out he was behind on rent and using membership fees to fund his lifestyle. Several other women came forward about his mentorship methods once the news broke. Cassie tried getting her marketing job back, but they'd already hired someone else. Last Sarah heard, she was working at a retail job and living with her mom. Complaining constantly about how men are all liars and the art world is corrupt. Zero self-awareness. Still hasn't figured out she was the common denominator in all her problems. As for me, I'm doing great. Used the leftover ring money to finally get that motorcycle I'd been wanting. Joined a riding group, made some new friends. Started seeing someone new about a month ago. Jennifer, 31, has her own career and her own place. No artistic temperament, no drama, no married mentors. It's refreshing being with someone who has her life together. The house feels like mine again. Quiet, organized, no canvases taking up every surface or paint tubes scattered everywhere. Cassie wanted space to find herself as an artist. She found out she wasn't one. Trevor wanted a young mistress. He lost his marriage and business. His wife wanted evidence for her divorce. She got it. I wanted a loyal partner. I found out I didn't have one. So I found someone better. Sometimes the best revenge is just taking people at their word and letting them live with their choices. The trash took itself out. I just made sure it stayed out.